Alright, what's going on everyone out there on YouTube? NES Ruler, and welcome to a brand new DVD and Blu-ray update. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a while since I last talked to you guys. I've been really busy working and doing stuff like that, so I haven't really had too much time to do stuff here on YouTube or even watch that many films. Like I said, I've been really busy. I'm going to upload a new episode of my weekly series that I was trying to get off the ground a little while ago, but I just got way too busy. But I have that recorded. I should upload that pretty soon. But I figured why not come and do a Blu-ray and DVD update, since I have a bunch of Blu-rays actually and some DVDs to talk to you guys about that I've grabbed or I've either gotten sent to review that I'll talk about on my series or stuff like that. So let's get into it. I guess we'll talk about the DVDs first. Picked up Southbound. This is an anthology film that I've actually been wanting to check out for a while. Finally dropped down at Family Video for $1.50, so happy to finally pick this one up. I've heard interesting things about it, and I'm extremely curious to check this one out. So we'll see. It has some interesting directors on this one, so we'll see what it's about. But I've heard interesting things. So Southbound, $1.50 for that from Family Video. We have Kill Your Friends from Walgo, USA. I picked this up at Family Video also. It's supposed to be like an American Psycho rip-off type of a film. I've actually heard not too bad of things about this one. I've actually heard it's quite okay, so happy to have that into the collection. Like I said, it was $1.50, so it was pretty cheap. Next up, we have Streets of Vengeance. This is the new film from the director of Cinco de Mayo. You guys know I love Cinco de Mayo. I think it's a really fantastic independent horror film. You can pick that up from Slasher Video and Olive. I think it's really great. So this is his newest film. I picked this up directly from himself, and it's all signed and all that. Got to support the indie filmmakers for sure, especially this guy. I really enjoy his work. So if you guys want to pick this up, I think you can still grab it if you go on his Facebook page. Just look him up. But yeah. It's just a burned disc, but I did pay for it. It's not a screener, But it's just a low budget first release of this film, so it'll probably get picked up sooner or later. It gets signed by everybody, so that's cool. So Streets of Vengeance, give it a watch. So I was very excited when CBS announced that they were going to re-release this, because I've been wanting to pick up this series for a while. They've just been expensive, and the Blu-rays were out of print. And of course, right after I picked it up, CBS that they were announcing they were going to release these on Blu-ray, so I was kind of frustrated. But I'm just going to keep the DVD set. It is what it is, and that is the Twilight Zone Complete series. I've watched a few. I think I watched like the first season and a half of this. It's a fun show. I really love it. I know Moods absolutely loves this show. So very happy to have this. I got this right when it came out on eBay for $35. I won it in an auction, so I was very happy with that price. Comes with this nice thick case. Packaging is Comes in one of these stacker cases, and all the discs are in there. It's kind of a shitty packaging. The hinges come off a lot and things like that, but it's very cool to have this finally. Like I said, I've been going through these. See, shitty packaging. Been going through these every so often, so very happy to have this in the collection. And I know you can get this at Walmart. I've seen it there. I think it's like $50, but I know you can get it there. But I think the Blu-ray said you can get it for like $80 or something, so you probably want to go that route. Because I heard the Blu-rays are actually quite nice. It sucks they're out of print and expensive. Next we have Carnage Park. This, of course, is the newest IFC Midnight that got released. Well, there's one new one, Intruder, which I haven't been able to grab yet. But this is the newest IFC Midnight to come out. Of course, gotta grab it. I love my IFC Midnights. I've actually heard okay things about this one. I haven't had time to watch it yet, but I've heard it's pretty good. So that is Carnage Park. IFC, of course. Just got this in the mail yesterday from Artsploitation, Counterclockwise. It's a comedy film, so we'll see what it is. They release some funny comedies. I love Bloody Knuckles, so we'll see what this one's about. This is like a time travel go wrong type of film. So we'll see. And I know they don't really release that many films from the US of A, so they're more of a foreign label, so I'm curious to see what they picked up for this title, which is a film made in the States. And I finally grabbed this at Walmart. I actually never had this in the collection. That's the Monsters, the Complete series. This is a repackaging that came out like a little while ago. I wanted to just pick this up. It has some cool bonus features. It has a really interesting like hour documentary about the Munsters, and it has both of the films on here, which they're not very good, but like I said, I just wanted to have this in the collection. I love this show. I grew up watching this show. It still holds up. It's a really, really fantastic show. And the old releases were like these thick cases, and they like opened up, and they were just a pain in the ass, and they were huge and bulky. So they come in these nice like thin cases now. In this set, it was $25 or something at Walmart. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna grab it. Finally. So that is the Munsters, the complete series. Alright, let's get into the Blu-rays. We got The Curse of Dr. Wolfenstein. This is a real war releasing film, which is a part of Cult Epics. I haven't got the time to check this one out yet, but you know, it's a huge gore film from what I've heard. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of gore. It's a German gore film, so you know what you're going to get. I'm not really be able to show this cover. It's got some titties on there and stuff like that, but going to check this one out pretty soon, actually. Next, we have Burial Ground. This was sent to me by Severin. I talked about this on the next episode of my weekly roundup, so stay tuned to that. There's another great release from Severin, and this is a fun film. It's your typical zombie film from the time period, and it has some great features on there, and I think the features alone from every Severin release are worth it to pick it up. Any release that they release. You know, my Dr. Butcher review that I did, I talk about all their features, and they just do amazing features, and this one has some good stuff. I dropped it. And the transfer is quite good, and I love the slipcase, so that is Burial Ground. Next up, we have The Killing of America. I talk about this one also in my next episode of Weekly Roundup. This is an interesting documentary that talks about the mass murder that was going on in America in the early 1980s. Real news footage of people dying, people's brains getting blown off, and things like that. Not really my cup of tea. You know, I'm not really into the extreme films, but I talk about this one a lot in the next Weekly Roundup episode. But if you're into shock films and things like that, you'll probably enjoy this one. It's interesting, and the features are nice, so happy Severin finally released this. It's the first time ever this has gotten a release in the States, so that's cool. Killing of America. It's interesting. It's just really not my cup of tea that much. Private Property. This is a Cinelicious Picks release. I talked about this one also in that episode. This is a really, really interesting film that was pretty much lost for 50 years. About Warren Oates' character. This is actually his first role, and Warren Oates is a legend. And his friend, played by Corey Allen, they find this, they're doppelgangers, and they come across this blonde that they're attractive to, and they break into this house that is next door to hers, and they pretty much watch her and things like that. It's really interesting. A lot of voyeurism, a lot of sexual tension going on in this movie. Definitely one that film analysis fans will love. Talk about this one a lot in more depth in that episode, but really nice release from Cinelicious Picks. Comes with this nice booklet and 2 discs, a Blu-ray and DVD, and it comes with this nice fold-out booklet that talks about the film. Really, really nice. Cinelicious Picks. Haven't released that many films, but they release quality. They're a really good label. I hope they keep on releasing some good stuff in the future. Next we have Nerve. I really, really, really enjoy this movie. Actually, you guys are probably surprised that I say this, but this is kind of a hidden gem from this year. You probably guys are rolling your eyes about this one, but this is, you know, a teen-friendly version of a story of like 13 Games of Death and 13 Sins. You know, it's kind of like a teen modern day version of this film, but it's really well done. I think Emma Roberts and Dave Franco do a really, really great job. They have really, really good screen chemistry on it, and this is a good teen version of that. You know, you're surprised to me here saying that I actually like a PG-13. It's not really a horror film, but a thriller, but it's really, really enjoyable, and the cinematography in this film is fucking amazing. The lighting and the color scheme is really, really unique. It has some of the most interesting cinematography that I've seen since Drive a few years ago. It's just a really, really interesting and well done film. I actually recommend you guys check this one out. I really, really like it, and it's still in my top 10 this year of films that I've seen, so surprisingly. It's not for everybody, I think. I think some people are going to find it annoying, but I really, really enjoyed this film. I highly recommend you check it out. It's actually quite good. I got De Palma. I picked this up for my birthday. It's the one film that I actually really, really wanted to get. And this is just basically Brian De Palma sitting in front of a fireplace talking about every single one of his films and all the bullshit that goes into making them and all the problems that he had and everything like that. It's a fucking amazing, amazing, amazing documentary if you're into filmmaking or just interested in a person's journey in his career. It's just really, really great. Highly, 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 highly recommend you pick up De Palma. Really, really great documentary. Mine fucking didn't come with a digital copy, which really annoys me because I picked it up brand new. So where the hell is my digital copy? That kind of shit drives me crazy, but De Palma, really, really great. Highly, highly recommended. That guy's had a really interesting career. What We Become. My good friend Derek sent me this. I did a trade with him for this. And this is the new IFC Midnight. Pretty sure I showed this in my last update. I can't remember, but What We Become. New IFC Scream Factory, which is only on Blu-ray and DVD, which is annoying because all these DVDs that I started picking up before the merger between Scream Factory and IFC, and now they're releasing a bunch of these Blu-ray DVD combo packs, which are hella expensive, and Family Video doesn't carry them, so it's just annoying. I just got this sent to me not too long ago. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, but I will. It's from Mondo Macabre. Private Vices and Public Virtues. This is James Franco. Not James Franco, I'm crazy. I'll talk about that. James Franco. I'll talk about that in a second. Crazy. But this is a film that it's a European sleazy film, so I haven't talked about this one yet, but I will soon. I'm going to stop before I talk like an idiot even more. So it's Private Vices and Public Virtues. Talking about Jess Franco, not James Franco. I'm fucking crazy. Insert laughs now. The Pit. This is a Kino film that I've been wanting to check out for years and years and years. Out of print. It was in a double feature from Anchor Bay a while ago, but it was extremely hard to find. So Kino released this on Blu-ray. Super excited. It's a really interesting, weird film, but it's really enjoyable. I highly recommend you pick this one up. It's a strange movie, and Moods always hype this one up, and it lives up to the hype. I'm finally happy that Kino released this on Blu-ray finally. So that is The Pit. We have some Scream Factories. Picked up The Thing. Got this at Best Buy for like $18, which is cheap. This is kind of hard to find. It's been like out of stock for a while, and it's still like $35 or something on Amazon, which is ridiculous. But The Thing comes with a slip. Absolutely, a classic film, one of the greatest horror films ever made. And I've heard this is one of the best Scream Factory editions that they've done yet, so very cool. The Thing. Of course, I've had to pick up the Child's Play release. You guys know it's my favorite horror film. And to see Scream Factory do a nice addition. New transfer, new features, new commentaries, new behind the scenes, all that kind of stuff. Nice release from Scream Factory. Of course, I had to pick it up. Pick up every Blu-ray release of Child's Play. Got two Blu-rays on here. And the reverse cover art, which is just on the slip. So that is Child's Play from Scream Factory. We have The Exorcist 3. Yeah, I wanted to pick this up and get one with a slip before they were all gone. This film was another one that was kind of hard to get. I think this one sold really well, to be honest. It was always like $35 on Amazon and everywhere else. It's kind of a hard Scream Factory to get. But Barnes & Noble during Black Friday, they had a 30% off sale, so I grabbed this for $16. Since I'm a Barnes & Noble's member, that was shipped and everything like that. So I got this for $16 shipped with the slipcase and everything like that. So very, very good deal on this one. Very happy with that, to have this finally. It's a reversible cover art. Now this one has the new director's cut. People have been talking about that. Pretty much the main reason to get this, but I actually like The Exorcist 3 better than the original Exorcist. I know that's kind of a horrible thing to say, but I've talked my piece on The Exorcist many times on the 22 Shots of Moods and Horror podcast, so I'm not going to talk about it again, but I think that film's overrated. It's not a bad film. Don't get me wrong, it's still a classic, but I feel like it's an overrated film. But Exorcist 3 is actually quite good. I actually really enjoy this one. Happy I was able to get it for cheap with the slipcase. I got this from Black Friday, $4. Picked up Edward Scissorhands. Comes with the slipcase. Tim Burton film that I didn't have. It's not my favorite Tim Burton film. It's probably like in my top 5. Probably lower. It's probably number 5 after Ed Wood and Nightmare Before Christmas and all that kind of stuff. So Edward Scissorhands, nothing will ever be Ed Wood. That's one of my favorite films ever. I love that movie. So here is the Blu-ray, $4. Figured I'd finally pick up a copy of it. It's on Black Friday, so why not? This video may be in 2 parts. We'll see how it goes. You get the slipcase on. Come on. There we go. How am I doing on time here, folks? 4 minutes. Okay. We have 99 Women. This was recently just sent to me also. This is the Jizz Franco film I was talking about when I was talking about Private Virtues, like an idiot. This is a woman in prison film. This is a Blue Underground movie that was sent to me. So I'll talk about this one probably in the 3rd episode of my weekly roundup. I guess I just got this like a few days ago, so this is a really, really, really great addition from Blue Underground, just from right off the bat. We got a soundtrack, a Blu-ray, and a DVD. So 3-disc set from Blue Underground. I know there's another edition that comes with this nice booklet. Probably can't show much of it, but I know there's another edition of this film that has the French cut on it. So this is just the 3-disc director's cut edition from Blue Underground, so that's cool. Talk about that coming up. Got American Guinea Pig Bloodshot. Bloodshock. Jesus, sent to me from Unearthed Films and MVD. This is not really my type of film. You know, I do have the Guinea Pig box set up there, but, you know, I came across that because it's rare and it was hard to find, and I think I got a good deal on it. So when this popped up in my mailbox, you know, I'm curious. This is a torture film, close-up tortures. It's shot in black and white. So, you know, it's interesting, but like Killing in America, it's not really my cup of tea, these type of films. I'm not really into that kind of stuff. But it's trying to be artsy, I guess, which is never a bad thing in my opinion. So, American Guinea Pig, Bloodshock. Punch Drunk Love, this was sent to me by Criterion. This is, of course, a Paul Thomas Anderson film starring Adam Sandler, and this is a really, really great film. Paul Thomas Anderson, you know, is this fantastic, one of the greatest directors of this generation. You know, I say that a lot, but between him and Linklater and Wes Anderson, you know, he's up there. And There Will Be Blood is one of my favorite films of all time, for sure. And this is a really, really great film. Adam Sandler actually does an amazing job in this movie. And I was surprised to see that Criterion was going to release this film, because I don't think they've released any other Paul Thomas Anderson movies. I may be mistaken, but the fact that they went for this one first was interesting. And of course, this is an amazing release from Criterion, like always. I'll talk about this more in a weekly roundup episode, but Punch Drunk Love, this is a single Blu-ray with a fold-out. So Criterion's been doing these tiny booklets lately. They haven't really been doing thick books on their newer releases, which is fine. You know, this is all you need. So this is Punch Drunk Love, sent to me by Criterion. So that's very awesome. So I'm going to cut this video now. We just got a few more things here to talk about. I don't want to run out of space. So I'll talk to you guys in a second with the rest of this stuff, and we'll finish up this update. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it, and I'll talk to you guys in a second. Alright, welcome back to this DVD and Blu-ray update. Got a few more things to talk to you about. Some more Black Friday pickups. I think these are all Black Friday pickups, so that's cool. So let's get into it. Picked up The Purge Election Year. Yeah, this was $7. Was lucky to find one with the slipcase. Saw this in theaters when it came out. My favorite Purge film out of the 3. I think they're all decent. I know some people prefer the second one over the first one, but I enjoyed this one. I think it's the most interesting premise and interesting mayhem going on in this one. And I appreciate that, the same director came back for all 3 of these movies. It keeps them nice and concrete and continuity and all that kind of stuff. You don't have a new director coming in and fucking things up. So the fact that the same director between all 3 films, I always appreciate that. So if you guys haven't seen Purge Election Year yet, I recommend you guys check it out. If you're into the Purge films, I think they're fun movies. I'm curious to see if they'll make another one, because this one kind of ends and it's kind of over after this movie. So I'm kind of sorry if that's a spoiler, but I'm curious to see if there's another one being made after this one. We'll see. Hardcore Henry. This was $10. This is a movie I actually been wanting to check out for a while. This is like shot in first person. This was, on the coattail of Hotel Inferno, which is a Necro Storm movie. Shot entirely in first person, but this one got released mainstream. So I've been really, really curious to check this one out. You guys know me, I love my interesting ways that people tell stories. So one I've been wanting to check out for a while. And it's always been like 15 to 20 bucks, so for $10 on Black Friday, definitely wanted to pick it up finally. Digital copy and the Blu-ray. So that's Hardcore Henry. Picked up the first Purge. Actually didn't have this. I only had the second one. I never got around to picking this up. This was $5 on Black Friday. So picked this up. I remember seeing this in theaters. Thinking going into it that this was going to be the freaking coolest idea ever. Kind of disappointed. But it's still a good film. And they improved as the series went on. So The Purge. $5, so figured I'd probably grab it finally. I wish it came with a slip, but a slip is fucking out of print and hard to get for that film, surprisingly. I picked up Popstar Never Stop Stopping. This movie is fucking hilarious. Really, really great. I've heard some reviews that people don't like this movie. I don't know why. I think it's extremely funny. I've watched this twice now, and it's still really fucking. It's a modern Spinal Tap. If you guys don't understand modern culture, youth culture, you probably won't find many jokes funny. But if you understand that kind of stuff and society and all the shit that goes on with celebrities, then you'll probably really, really love this movie. I think it's absolutely hilarious. And I recommend you pick it up. I love this movie. I think it's really funny. And then it dropped down to $9 on Black Friday. Definitely finally have to pick this one up. So very happy to have Popstar. I think it's a really great movie, really funny movie. I think you guys should check it out. We have Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Yeah, this was $10 on Black Friday. Finally happy to have this. Heard so many great things about this series. And finally dropped down $10 on Black Friday. It's like no doubt I was going to pick this up. Of course, my case came broken, so I had to put in this stupid-ass replacement case, but I hate when that shit happens. But Ash vs. Evil Dead, Season 1. Very cool to have this. 10 episodes, so excited to finally check that out. We have The Martian. This was $6. I wanted to pick this one up, give it a shot. It's a Ridley Scott film. It's unfortunately not the director's cut. That's out. If you guys know, there's 2 editions of this movie. There's this one, which is the theatrical, and there's the director's cut. Wish I got the director's cut, but this one was $6, so I figured, okay, I'll give it a shot for that. I was trying to grab it a while ago when Hastings was still around during one of those cheap sales, but $6. It's like, okay, I'll give this one a shot. I enjoy Ridley Scott. I've actually heard quite good things about that film. This one recently got sent to me from Dark Sky. And it's the 30th anniversary of Henry, the Portrait of the Serial Killer. It's actually a really, really fantastic release from Dark Sky. Of course, they've released the old Henry cut. I'll show you guys. Let me grab it. They released this one a while ago, and now they've released the 30th anniversary edition. I'll talk about this in a second, but a huge, huge difference if you guys have this one. This is definitely one that you should pick up as well, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that's on this that's not on this. So I'll get into that in a second. So this premiered at the Chicago International Film Festival in October. I was lucky enough to go see this movie when it played at the festival. A new 4K restoration. John McLaughlin was there, who I've met a couple times now. And, this is a Chicago staple, which I think it's why it's had its premiere at the Chicago International Film Fest. Chicago staple film, Michael Rooker's first movie. It's fucking amazing. And this movie, it's had a whole bunch of hardships being made, everybody knows. The battle that it had with the MPAA, and it basically being shelved for years and years and years until it got picked up and it started playing around, and critics started to praise it. Roger Ebert actually said it's one of the but one of the darkest movies he's ever seen. So it's just an amazing, amazing film. And the transfer is fucking great. The restoration is really, really amazing. It's a brand new 4K transfer. It looks great. Absolutely amazing. So I'm happy Dark Sky decided to release this on Blu-ray after its festival run. And it has some really great features on here that isn't on this other release. One that is really interesting to me is a feature of Henry versus the MPAA, which I talked about a few minutes ago. And you guys know me, I'm really, really interested in censorship laws here in the United States, and particularly leading to the politics behind the MPAA and the bullshit that it is between violence and language. It just drives me insane. Absolutely insane that you could blow people's heads off in a freaking PG-13 movie, but you can't say fuck more than twice. Talked about this before many times. It just blows my motherfucking mind. So that's a really, really great featurette and pretty much worth the price of admission itself, but it's got some more stuff. Appreciation of Henry, and some more interviews and the making of and deleted scene and outtakes. This is a really, really fantastic release from Dark Sky. And we open it up and we got the disc, and we actually got a booklet here that talks about the film even more and its struggles and its hardships, and it's got a reversible cover art here. So just an amazing release here from Dark Sky. And Henry is just, it's an absolutely classic horror film, and it's a messed up movie. I highly recommend you pick up Henry. The 30th anniversary edition from Dark Sky. I got Star Trek Beyond. I saw the other two Star Trek films in the theaters, but I actually didn't get a chance to see this one when it came out. So I picked it up on Black Friday. It was $8. Figured I'd give it a shot since I saw the other two films. And I enjoyed the other two movies. I'm not a huge Trek guy or Star Wars fan, but I watched the films anyhow. So for $7, $7.99, I figured I'd give it a chance on Black Friday. We have Sudden Fear. Just got this one in the mail also. It's from Conan. This is a Joan Crawford film noir thriller. Got nominated for a bunch of Academy Awards. Cinematography in this movie is absolutely amazing. And Conan did an amazing job with this transfer like they always do. If you guys don't know Conan, they're part of E1 and they release a whole bunch of classic films. And when I saw the press release for this, I was super, super excited because I've actually heard about this movie before. And anything with Joan Crawford, you know what you're going to get. So this is a brand new 2K transfer, which is, like I said, this looks absolutely amazing because the cinematography is great in this film. And it comes with a nice booklet here, as every Conan film does. Talks about the chapters, all that kind of stuff about the movie, and it has some screen grabs. If you guys are into Joan Crawford films, you definitely like this. This one is more of a noir thriller type of a movie compared to a horror film, but it has some horror stuff going on in it. And this is really, really cool release from Conan. So Sudden Fear. And the final two films, picked up Lights Out for $5.99 on Black Friday. Saw this film in the theaters. I enjoyed it. Probably one of the better PG-13 horror films out there recently. Disturbia is probably the best PG-13 horror film out there in general, in my opinion, modern PG-13, from 2000 on. But this movie's okay. I enjoyed it. I think it's good. Has some good stuff going on. I think it breaks some tropes, actually, throughout, especially the ending. It's not a predictable ending in the sense of the characters' story arcs, so I would assume there's probably going to be a sequel to this movie because it did pretty well. So that is Lights Out. Interesting ghost movie. And yes, finally, this dropped down in price. This was like $22 for the longest time. Dropped down to $15, like 6 weeks ago or something like that. Black Friday, $6.99 at Best Buy. The Conjuring 2. Still my favorite film of 2016 so far. I stand by this movie. It is fucking great. cinematography in this movie is mind-blowing. It's some of the best I've seen in a horror film in a long time. There's this tracking shot that starts at the outside. You guys seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. It starts at the outside. I think they do it on a crane. A crane, or it's a drone. And they go up, go through the window from the outside, and track in a bird eye shot down this hallway to the end where this the spinning wheel is. And it's an amazing, mind-blowing fucking shot. And it's definitely the one shot in the film that is still etched in my mind when I saw this the first weekend it came out. You know, I still think about that shot. It's just a really mind-blowing take, in my opinion. You know, it's been done before. Wes Anderson uses that shot a lot and stuff like that. But in a horror movie, it just works. And it's really, really great. And everything about that, you know, I still feel like, you know, some people complain about the nun character in this movie, but I think she's creepy enough that it carries the movie. And you know, Farrah Fumaraga and Patrick Wilson does an amazing job in this again as Lorraine and Warren. So pick up The Conjuring 2. It has my highest recommendation. You know, James Wan is the greatest horror director of this generation, so you know what you're going to get with his movies. And I'm happy to finally have this one in the collection. So The Conjuring 2. So thanks everybody for watching this Blu-ray and DVD update. It's a bit of a long one, but it's been a while since I've done a video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please give it a thumbs up, and as always, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/NESRuler22. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'll try to keep up here on YouTube with some more videos and things like that in the future. But I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys.